What up, good people? This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. Today is August 11th of 2021. It is our weekly Wednesday Humpday happy hour. We're back with Carolina Burke. And down at the bottom, let me unveil Misbehaving. How you doing today, Misbehaving?
I am wonderful, darling. How are you all?
I'm great. I'm great.
You straight?
I'm great.
That's what I'm talking about. Lighten up the camera. You look lovely. I see your aura about you. And we always need that kind of energy in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Definitely.
You know how we kick this thing off. We do the first call, so we're going to put you on the spot.
Oh, Lord.
It's all, man, look.
I
It
know.
ain't no fun unless it's fun. But we're going to make this easier. I'm going to make it easy. Now, Carolina, he might do something totally different.
All
I'm
right.
going to ask you, the wood versus the best man.
Oh, snap. Oh, the best man.
Okay, that's fair. We're gonna keep it movie. Boys in the Hood, Minister Society.
Boys in the Hood.
Okay. New Jersey Drive or Juice?
Juice.
I like it. We're gonna throw one in for the church people. Diary of a Mad Black Woman or Medea's Family Reunion.
Oh, gosh. Do I have to choose between those two?
You
Really?
got to.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Okay, I can dig it. For the last one, we're going to tap that nerve again. Celie or Miss Sophia?
Oh, Miss Sophia. For sure.
Yeah, that's what I say too. And the only thing that I did disagree with, I like the Wood, man. I think the story was better. The acting was horrible because Lisa Ray is terrible. She can't even act like herself. That's just terrible.
Nah.
She
But
did
I
good
thought,
at Players Club.
Of course she did good at Players Club.
absolutely.
Everybody
It
like,
gotta be
diamond in the round. Come on.
okay. What you got, Carolina?
All right. So we're gonna say I'll stick with us. Favorite Anthony Hamilton song.
That's tough, man. You gotta give her two cut. It's too many.
Yeah. You come on, narrow it down for me, cause I mean, of course, Charlene gonna come to mind. And what's the Sister Big Bone?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Can a brother take? Yeah, I like that one.
Go ahead, sing that shit then.
All right, we're gonna go Jaheim versus Tyrese.
Ooh.
Jaheim take you to church.
Tyrese take you. That's old school.
That's old school right there. Oh, Tyrese now, not Tyrese then.
We'll say both in their prime.
What more do you want from me? Oh my! Anytime somebody say his name, I gotta say it now. I gotta do it. My bad.
That's what you think of for real. But yeah, Tyrese got me with that stay right there. That right there. Yeah.
All right, you in a party mood? You gonna listen to Bad Boy? You gonna listen to So Def?
So Def. But I'm taking it back to the early 90s and I'm pulling out the whole Bass All Stars, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Ghost Town DJ. Hey.
Ghost Town DJs. All right. Here we go. The Brat or Little Kim?
I was a diehard Lil Kim fan. But the Brat hit hard. So it depends on my mood.
I know I bought that CD cover for the cover. She was rapping on the inside, but I bought it for the cover.
She was rapping on the inside, so you had to unwrap the case. All
I had
right.
to unwrap the case to find out she was rapping.
And we gonna say your favorite down south rap song.
Or a
Out.
song that. Oh, go ahead. You got it.
I was gonna say anything by Outkast
That's the given. But all right,
or
that
Pastor
was
Troy or Pastor Troy, vice versa.
Oh, you trying to
okay.
fight somebody? Cause I know it.
That
I know where you from. Cause everybody can't say PT.
that
PT.
actually calms me down. That actually
Mm.
calms me down.
All right, that was first call.
Oh
Right.
shit! I ain't even pulled my shot, man.
Yeah, that was first call. That was a quick one.
That was a quick one. That was a quick one. Oh man, I had to bring up the question about Miss Sophia because I just recently watched Color Purple, man, a couple weeks ago. She
You
caught
ain't
it
grow
too,
up
cuz.
on you ain't
She
grow
caught it
up
too.
with Miss Sophia though.
No, I definitely grew up, but I grew up with Five Heartbeats. You just don't watch them all the time.
Yeah,
And as you get older, when you watch classic movies like that, you gain a
they
new
hit different.
perspective. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? The older you get, you be like, man, I ain't even noticed that shit.
Yep.
But it's
Mister,
crazy.
you ain't shit.
But that's crazy because you don't even see it like one of them BT movies that they always got on replay. Like Color Purple is like a classic that they don't replay on BT, which
Not
is crazy.
anymore.
You want to know why? I tell you why right now.
MTV.
No, Steven Spielberg.
Well, yeah,
they can't cut that check.
yeah,
That's a tough check to cut.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
All right, so for those of the people that are in the comments or watching live right now, you've seen Misbehaving before. Misbehaving runs several businesses, but we talking about the one. We talking about pure romance and how you can explore some of that stuff that you think that you're not about, that maybe is a little bit too much for you. So I'm gonna open the floor to you, Misbehaving, and you can talk a little bit about give us another introduction to
Okay,
pure
of
romance.
course. Well, again, Pure Romance is a in-home party company. We do cater to women and women's sexual health and wellness. We encourage women to basically learn their bodies, what we're not taught in school, and to learn themselves more than anything. Our goal is not to replace their significant other, but to help enhance the relationship and to give women a better knowledge of themselves and what works for them. Um, and that's about it. So, while we do have bedroom accessories, we also have bath and body products, lingerie, and we are actually opening up. We just had a conference in Cincinnati a few days ago, and we're opening up more into health and wellness, skincare lines, vitamins, and things like that. So
That's
it's
what's
a
up.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's what's up because we need that. Because I don't know if y'all know or not, but it's getting crazy again outside. So if you're
it
gonna be
is.
trapped in the house with a significant other, you need some games to play. You feel me?
That part.
So
That
you see
part.
the website down, scrolling at the bottom. It'll be down there. If you're interested, if you want to know about products, Misbehavior's contact information will be on that site as well.
Yeah.
And let's, you know what I'm saying? How y'all feel? Like, it's sad we keep coming back to this conversation. And I ask you first, Carolina, how you feel about the news and how this virus shit is going again?
Man, I was telling I was telling somebody the other day like it's it's pumping and it's pumping harder because remember before that first they were like it didn't affect the kids, it wasn't affecting the kids, but how it not affect the kids if it affect the adults and their immune system is weaker. So it goes back to even if you don't believe in the mask, if you don't believe in the virus, if you don't, I'm pretty sure somebody in your family has a weak immune system. So believe in them. You see what I'm saying? Like even if you don't believe in it, believe in them. Like they showed this dude the other day, this white dude spazzing out in the airport about the mask and American rights.
We're Americans.
Yeah, but how you gonna preach that to a crowd of black people who've been treated like treated like shit. You can't
What
preach to
makes you
Americans.
true that? But what makes you think America has anything to do with it? This is a global pandemic.
Well, they're talking about rights. They're talking about the rights to wear a mask, to not wear a mask, to take the shot, to not take the shot.
I will indulge your right to be stupid. That's what I'm gonna say at this point.
Agree to disagree. That's the best thing to
Yeah,
do.
that. I mean, we all got choices.
Yep.
So I figure if I'm not gonna voice my opinion too heavy, like I'll be like, man, you get the shot, you get the shot. But if that's it, you coming to me preaching about why I shouldn't wear a mask or why I shouldn't take the shot, I can care less because that's my right. That's my right to choose. Like I ain't knocking you for not doing it. That's on you. That's on you and your loved ones. But as
Right.
far as me and my loved ones, when I decided to take the shot or to wear the mask, I looked at my loved ones more so than I looked at myself. You know, so that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, man. It's people are still kind of mixed up and kind of, they going through emotions, and I'm not gonna point out like one people like people they going through their emotions, and I don't know if they're channeling that energy right. So this is what I'm gonna uh pose to you, misbehaving. When you hit the streets and you see these people that are feeling some type of way that doesn't align with your spirit, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, and how do you react to those people?
Um, Main thing is I try not to. And in speaking on the pandemic, I've been in this thing since it started. I've been an essential worker. Even though I have my own businesses, two of my businesses considered me an essential worker. I've had the entire time. Anything that I'm responsible for, and all of it is myself and my family. So if someone else got here and whether they chose to wear a mask, sanitize their hands, wash their hands, whatever the case may be, that's on them. But I know as far as me, I have to protect what goes on in my house because what I do affects everyone here.
Right.
So, I mean, that's that's just the point blank of it. So, yeah, there's a lot of people out here that, you know, hearing the argument, what you choose to do is what you choose to do, and that's it. But just know that what you choose to do can affect those directly around you.
It's it's so crazy. I was looking at the gram, and DL Hewley has, of course, he got the money, he got the team to do it. His research team is a crack research team, man. So DeSantis, Ted Cruz, all these people that are saying we're not going to mandate any masks, and we're going to punish you if you try to make people wear masks. It came out today that their kids are going to schools that are mandating masks.
Hmm.
So if you can accept it from your school, what is the difference in the free country? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
In the rest of the country. So it's
Because,
like,
but you
no, go
have to
ahead.
think about it like this, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you really have to think about it like this. Those are my kids, so I'm going to look after for my kids. Those are my constituents. I just make money off of them.
Yeah,
Collateral,
collateral
collateral
damage.
liabilities, or what directly affects me. And
Right.
that's how you have to look at it. That's how a lot of these politicians, sadly to say, look at these situations.
But the people that are making our decisions are making 6 digits a year. They said some of their offices are worth 40,000 between the paintings and all the decorations. So they're really not caring about the people that are under them. Period. Whether it be socially or economically, they really don't care because they're already in a certain class by themselves. Like
Exactly.
it makes no sense for you to preach that I'm not gonna make it mandated, but your kids are wearing masks. So technically, if your kids are doing precautions because of school, you're more likely to give it to your kids because when they get home, you're gonna be the one to say take it off.
Yep.
Uh, but you know what? They probably got vaccinated too. So it just goes to the propaganda of believing the things that people are telling you. You know what I'm saying? Some of us know that these politicians have their own interest at heart, and some of us are blind to the fact. You feel me? So that being said, just because we're not voting now, you probably should look into it a little bit, cuz. Like if we start making decisions on who the sheriff is and those types of things, we can eventually weed out. Like this is the last generation of that old ilk of white men with power. I'll just go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching their kids, but these kids is weak. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we probably got another 15, 20 years, those Lord willing, of these inherently old school evil
Doctrines.
politicians. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just more or less, wake up, do what you got to do, try to do the best you can for the people around you. It's not just concerning the vaccine, it's concerning everything. It's concerning your education, it's concerning where you live and your credit and health and wellness and everything, man. It's just weird, man. I try to watch the news in one block, like every other day, or else it'll consume me. You feel me? And yeah, that's kind of how I feel. What you got, Carolina?
I mean, as far as the virus and wearing a mask, it seems like every time you put a timetable on it, it's extended. So why put a timetable on it? The fact that they want the economy to run, and the economy is actually doing the opposite, and people not going to work should
Right.
tell you something. It makes
Uh,
no sense. They wanted to get the economy back rolling, but people didn't go back to work.
well,
So
the
now the
economy's
number.
still rolling. They jumped out
No, I'm
there with
talking.
all that damn unemployment, so
Well,
people still buying shit.
what they say? It's a cause and effect for everything. So I just feel like by putting the timetable on it, you rushing everything because at first it was 6 feet, so you put the distance. Once you put a number on it, that's when people start fighting against it. Like it's
I
like
don't.
now they're talking about how many people have. I think South Carolina hit what 10,000 or something like that.
Yeah, we finally surpassed 10,000 in deaths due to COVID.
Yeah, so it's like you put a number on it, but then you got people out here saying, well, the numbers are a lie, but you don't know who done passed. Just like we don't know the number of people that got it. So why take the number of 10,000 and say that's not true when you don't even know? Because you're not going to see it if you don't believe in it.
The people that are saying it's not true though, if you notice, though, these aren't like the most educated people now. These are people saying it because they hear it from somewhere else. You feel me? If your information came secondhand from somebody in your circle, you got to reach beyond that circle to get viable information. And I know
But you know
smart
what?
motherfuckers.
And you know what the problem, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what the problem with that is? A lot of people don't take time to research like they used to. And social media, the internet, these phones, these smartphones have actually made people more stupid because the
Mm.
information is right there at your hand. But instead, we're distracted by the Snapchat, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, and even the information is there. But we don't take time to look for it. How did that saying go when we were growing up and our parents and grandparents and aunties and them would tell us what's the best way to hide something from a nigga?
Put it in the book.
Because we don't read. Even the Bible tells you our people die from a lack of knowledge. My people die from a lack of knowledge. So when the information is there, we don't take time, and we as a whole don't take time to look it up and really see what it is. And to kind of jump back on pure romance a little bit, there's a stigma that comes around me with my business, and
Mm.
actually a couple of my businesses, because like we said, the last time that I joined you all, people think that, oh, pure romance is just the sex toys, and not taking time to research or listen to see that it is so much more than that. Or I started a pressure washing business. I actually get out there and I pressure wash myself. And people are so close minded and thinking like, oh, a female is out there pressure washing? Like,
Oh, you
yeah,
strong.
you know,
Strong,
I'm just saying,
strong.
You strong with a K. You
Shit,
I,
strong.
all her vegetables and her Wheaties.
I'm a
I'm
big
just,
fella, cuz, and I can handle myself. And a pressure washer will wear your ass out. So kudos to
hey,
you
I move
for
it in and
going
out
out
my
there
van
wrestling with
myself. Hey, I do what I gotta do. But I'm just saying, it's just, but that goes back to what I was initially stating. When it comes to this virus and these vaccines, the information is out there. All we have to do is just look it up and research it for ourselves. Don't go off of what the news media tells you. It is scripted propaganda, you know?
I laugh, man, because it be the most ignorant, it be the most ignorant motherfucker that'll give you all the reasons to why it's a chip in this vaccine.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't, bruh. The chip would only do what your iPhone is already doing. Is what I'm gonna tell you.
Track you.
So don't let it be because of a chip, you ignorant motherfucker.
And they've
You
been doing
feel
that
me?
since '98.
If you say that you don't like how medicine has been performed on people of color or the things that they've done with science that are not cool, I respect that. You feel me? But don't tell me it's because of a fucking chip. That's all
Not
I'm gonna
when
say.
not when your whole car got OnStar.
That
Yeah,
part.
yo,
you
yo,
connected.
yeah,
You connected.
you got a smart
We
TV
in
for
the
a reason.
matrix. We in the matrix. If you waiting to see what the future look like, we here. It's whether or not your eyes believe what it see. But
Yep.
I would just say this: if you don't know and you around here telling other people, at least be able to point to what you telling other people. Good, bad, and different.
Mm-hmm.
If it's grounded in fact, nobody can dispute that. But if I could poke a hole in it, and I'm not a smart man, if I could poke a hole in it, you don't went off half cock, huh? That's what I'm gonna tell you.
So let me ask you this: as far as being a business owner in the pandemic, first of all,
Okay.
there's a lot of business being created, and I've noticed the top three that I've noticed so much on social media is food truck people,
Mm-hmm.
credit, get your credit straight people,
Mm-hmm.
and shit. There was another one that I've just seen more freak, like I just
I
popping up
say
all the time.
t-shirts. I say t-shirts.
I ain't gonna say
Apparel.
it was one more, but as far as how your business has thrived before the pandemic and how you're making it thrive now, what do you give? What information do you give people who haven't started but on the verge of starting their own business?
Mm.
Who? First of all, do something you enjoy doing, because you're going to be doing this 24/7, 365. When you work a business, there is no punch out. And that's something a lot of people do ask me. And when I tell them this, it kind of shies them away. And it shouldn't. If you want to start a business, make sure it's something that you enjoy doing, because you are going to be doing this 24/7. You're going to fall asleep doing it. You're going to wake up and it'll be the first thing you think about. You will not be working and you will still be working. I am sitting here now on this cast with y'all. My other phone, I have two phones, my other phone in my hand, and flipping it back and forth every now and then to reply to messages. You're going to always be working. So you have to make sure it's something that you enjoy doing, for one. Also, if it's not just something that you enjoy doing, but make sure it's a service that is actually usable, especially in the times. Research, look at what's going on around you in your area. Where is there a need? Like you said, food trucks. Yeah, because people still want that experience of eating out, but they're too scared to go out. So food trucks
And
have
you know
come
what?
gotten big, and delivery services.
Yeah.
I was just going. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but could you imagine if they start letting food trucks pull up in the hood, like an ice cream truck, like not even
Who
in the
said
hood, in the suburbs? You feel me?
who who says they couldn't though?
I know it's
I
happened over
just
here.
haven't seen it.
No,
I
they
just
did
haven't
one.
seen it.
They did one over here a couple weeks ago. They had a
Yeah,
little. Yeah, they had. They did like a little gathering for the neighborhood, but they had a food truck pull up, and, in the neighborhood and post up for a
I
little
just
bit.
think like if I didn't really, and you can book enough events, like the people that are working out, you know what I'm saying, in different places, they need that food truck. That food truck has become essential. Now they be taxing. Like some of y'all motherfuckers tripping. Y'all selling 2 hot dogs and a bag of potatoes for $15, and that's
That
bullshit.
part.
But if you really got a food truck with a decent menu with some quality food on it, I don't really care what you charge. You saving me from going out,
Yeah,
and it's good. I'll pay more not to go out sometime.
and it's
Yeah.
still probably cheaper than Uber Eats.
Yep.
Yeah, it's,
Uber Eats
Uber Eats
and
are taxing, cuz.
yeah, they tax you a
Uber,
whole meal
And
and
it's
they
funny
expect
you
a tip.
said Uber Eats because I was just talking to a friend of mine the other night. Like I say, even when you're not working, you're working. And I said, who's to say that Uber or DoorDash or Roadie has to be the only delivery services out there?
They don't. They don't.
You got
But
a car, you trying to find something to do. Who's to say that you can't sit here and you can start do small, do something for your neighbors? Set up little flyers, start small. Hey, if you need to go to the store, I'll go to the store for you. I can tell you how much a tab is. You can cash app it to me. You can Venmo it to me. You can have a separate account set up where they just funnel the money in there. Plus a little delivery fee. I'll go to the store for you. I'll do your shopping because I don't mind going out here. I'm vaccinated or whatever the case may be. I'll leave it on your porch. Who's to say DoorDash, Uber Eats has to be the only one that does that?
but what's crazy
for sure.
about that also, because which is pretty cool, is Uber has got into the delivery of liquor. So
Yeah,
you can get Uber has bought into it, so you can get your liquor, which is crazy for South Carolina because everything shut down at 7 o'clock,
7 o'clock.
which is stupid unless you're on base. But if you really need that alcohol, I guess your Uber person can go to Fort Jackson, but they probably gonna tax the shit out of you.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I mean, everything get taxed. And that is why there are so many, first businesses, fledgling businesses out there because this pandemic got us at the mercy of other people in
Yeah.
a lot of situations. You feel me? So if you pick your thing, and the one thing that ain't never gonna go nowhere is I need to get this shit right here over there.
Over there, over
That
there.
shit is never going away. Cause
Yep.
this shit has to go there. So
Oh,
that's
real
what's up.
estate.
That's good
That was the
information.
other one I was talking about. That's the one I couldn't think of. It was real estate. Everybody's a real estate person now.
Yep.
I
Everybody's
see.
everybody's
I don't believe in that one though.
How
The
not?
reason why I don't. The reason why, unless you flipping houses, that's the one part of it. But if you just being a realtor, if they didn't do this moratorium, you might be in business. But now that people are safe in their home, you know what I'm saying? I don't think selling houses is just. I just don't think it's the best one of them all. Is what I'm saying. It's definitely probably lucrative, but I don't think it's as fast paced as people think it is.
well, the housing market like it quadrupled and hit diamond for the last couple for about last month or two because they were selling houses that are usually $100,000 $100,000. They're selling them like at 200,000. They're
Yep.
almost making double on the house. It's almost like the car market.
Because right
Yeah,
now is a
that's what I'm
seller's
saying.
market. Yeah, right
Yeah.
now is a seller's in real estate. Right now it's a seller's market because you have a high demand and low inventory. The economy has switched. So there is money somewhere, but you have a
Right.
high demand but low inventory. Same thing with cars. But with real estate, yeah, it's a seller's market right now. People can make so much more on their properties than what it's actually worth. People are
You
buying
see
things
how?
sight unseen. And two, if I'm getting a little bit of money and I'm really sitting here, I think there's an awakening going on in a lot of communities, especially when it comes to getting money and investing in the smart thing. And a lot of people are going back to how we were taught back when our parents were little. Land. There's always gonna be land. As long as you own a piece of land, that's always what you get into. You're gonna always have money or you're gonna always have that security as long as you own land. So real estate
Right.
is actually booming now,
I was,
surprisingly.
You
I
see
was,
how easy that was, y'all? I said something that she thought was bullshit. She explained that it was bullshit. I can understand that. I can follow that. Okay,
they
go
were,
ahead, my bad.
yeah, no, but that's the truth about being able to hold a conversation. But also, like we've talked about it, we ain't talked about it in a while. But misbehaving, I don't know if you into your stocks and stuff like that. But Hertz is about to make a comeback, and Hertz stock is extra low, but they're about to hit the market back. So you can get
Oh
Hertz
wow.
stock for the low. I'm talking about. I think Hertz stock is less than $5. You give me a quick second, I can look at it, but it's about to hit the market back because they had filed bankruptcy last summer, so
Yep.
they took them off the market. But if you use Cash App to buy your stock, it was still on there. So
Mm.
they're about to make a comeback. So you might be able to bank on cash on Hertz, which
I
would
may
be
have
a
to look into
good.
that.
Yeah, because really, if you think about it, it's nothing but Enterprise and I don't know who else is left. 8.74,
Uh,
$8 is so $9 for Hertz stock as soon as it hits the
okay.
market back.
And I was actually looking into, I always look into, even though I have a business, I always look into different ways of growing my capital. My business is going to be there. But what good is having a business if all I'm doing is pouring money back into a business and I'm not getting profit? So I need to actually grow my capital. And investing is actually something that I have been looking into the cryptocurrencies, thinking about the stock market. I've kind of always had this thing for the stock market. Just you start talking numbers and money to me, it just does something to me. Whew. So
Yeah,
Pure romance. Well,
just saying.
yeah. It's like when you look at it, like how I would break it down to get people interested in it. The stock market is like playing 1,000 hands of spades.
Okay.
You feel me? You gonna have your trumps. You gonna have shit that you gonna win no matter what when you're dealing with the stock, right? But you also gonna have damn, because I got one spade. They hit me with one spade. So that's why I compare it to spades. Because just by the odds, even with skill, you're gonna lose. It's just losing the least amount of times as possible. I think people need to have a full understanding that it's not just a whole bunch of money to be made
Hmm.
unwisely. Understand what you invest in. If you look at it's all public information. You feel me? Every company that's on the stock market has to tell you what they do. They got to tell you who's in charge, tell you how many employees they got, and how much stock they have, how much value they have in stock. And they got to break you off. So picking the right stock you can do because it's layman's term shit. If you see that's a fucking electronics company, find out what they building. If they building subwoofers, you probably don't want to fuck with them. But if they building nanotechnology, it's the
Get on it.
keywords out there. It's not as difficult as people may think it is. There is risk, but there is great reward.
Yeah.
yeah, you got to do it like how you were talking about your business. Do something that you like. You got to invest in what you're willing to learn. Because if you're not willing to
Yes.
learn, you're not gonna
It's not going
find
to
all
be
the
successful.
tidbits. Yeah,
Yep.
so
Just
So you
Just like
gotta,
doing your business. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and like I said, like I said before, I did the stock, and I moved over to crypto probably like the last year and some change. So I'm still on crypto now. With crypto, your money moves faster, up and down, but it moves faster. You can turn some people in certain groups I'm in. I've seen them make $2,000 in a day. Now, granted, they got a lot of certain cryptocurrencies, but $2,000 in a day, that's a nice flip. Or
Yeah.
I've seen them cash out. I think I've seen somebody cash out 20,000 in crypto, which is a good thing. But stock is better because that's
Stop.
like longevity. The stock is just going to be longevity. Cryptocurrency was hot at that moment. Like Bitcoin is just hot because that's the number one. But stock,
Hmm.
if you got Tesla, you know Tesla's going to be around for the next 20 years. And if Tesla is bought out by somebody else, you get that merging price and you still get a kickback. So if you want to balance it, you do both. You do crypto and you do stock. And within both of those, you spread that out. And you get 4 or 5 different cryptos and you get 15, 20 different stocks. And you be the owner. And that's the other thing. And I think that's the reason why the stock market and crypto is so important right now, especially with the virus, because it's ownership. That's what everybody wants to do because everybody wants to start their own business. So they feel like they own something. And the fact of the OWN is like that's like a powerful small word because everybody wants to own something,
Of
especially if
course.
you can, especially if you can flip it back and put it in your pocket, or you can do the leave it to your kids, that generational wealth aspect.
Yes. Which is
So,
what our community really needs to build more of is generational wealth.
oh, if we had started on like fair, like if we started in the same place with the same shit, they know shit would have been different.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? I think you deal with certain shit that you got to deal with, but there was a concerted effort to reduce a certain kind of people, and we don't even know if they done yet. We don't even know if we have enough people on our side in the system to keep that from happening. You feel me? So when we had these conversations on Bottom of the Bottle, this again is a regular conversation that we would have at a bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting on somebody's porch with a solo cup. We would still have this level of conversation. You feel me? Now there'll be some ignorant shit in there too. You might
Of
hope they
course.
play some you know, you might hope they play some juvenile or some TI. You know what I'm saying? You might hope somebody got a 3-5 for $30. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean we can't have these conversations. You know what I'm
It's
saying? And I think we need to put that out to the public. You feel me?
I think, and that's another thing to go along with your pure romance business and having different business. Do you feel as a culture we're too competitive to learn from one another?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. I really do. Um, because after, and you know what, and I say that too because I had to catch myself for a minute. And catching myself, I then had to correct myself. We are very competitive. We have a very bad crab in the bucket mentality. I make it out. I finally got here. I got this status, but I know what it took to get here, whether someone reached their hand down. I'm not willing to do the same thing to you because I want to be the one that now keeps up with the Joneses. We do have that mentality. And not as a whole. There are a few of us that will reach a hand back to help pull someone else up. But
Is it
that's something that needs to be broken.
is that a shorthand like alligator arms? Because I believe it's like alligator
Sometimes,
arms.
Sometimes it is a
sometimes,
shorthand. Sometimes
Or
it is a shorthand. Like if someone like with my tax business, I've finally started some business consultation and people ask me what it takes. Like you asked me, a little while ago about the business and what it takes to start up. I have no problem sitting with someone now and letting them know the ins and outs, the good and the bad, and all the ugly about owning a business and what it takes to own a business. And it's going to be work. It's not easy. Don't look at me now, 5 years later, and see what I have now and think you're going to get it overnight. Took me 11 years of learning my first business, 5 years of working it myself to just barely stretch the surface of where I could be.
Right.
And I'm still not at the top yet. But it was something I came across on TikTok where a lady was talking to her friend about, I think I should start making desserts, but I don't know because there's a lot of people out there doing the same thing. But the overview of the whole thing was, yeah, but those lot of people aren't you. They can't bring to the table what you bring to the table. So it doesn't matter if 50 people on my street are making those same desserts. I don't care if there are 25 people in my neighborhood that sell pure romance. They can't bring to pure romance what I bring to pure romance. They can't bring to my people what I bring to my people. So it's my job to sit here and do what I'm supposed to do, learn what I need to learn to share that information. And then from my perspective, I can sit here and I can talk to the next consultant and train her up, but at the same time, let her know you're going to find your own style of doing things. You're going to find your own way to teach certain information. Do you, boo? Bring you to it.
Right.
That's the main thing. I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second because I am sitting out on my porch, as you can tell, and I don't do the nighttime and the bug things. But
Nah,
so
I mean,
I know
I
that's
agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, yes, there are a lot of people that are baking. There are a lot of people that are cooking. There's a lot of people starting pressure washer businesses. There's a lot
a
of
lot.
people going to, realtor school.
Yep.
So
Doing
it's do
tumblers,
you
making cups. I do that too.
Landscaping.
it's let whatever it is. If you believe in yourself to know that your work will at least make the statement enough that somebody will come back and get you. You know what I'm saying? I tell a quick story about a nameless person. It's a dope story, man. Like, there's a gentleman, he's got all these tools, construction, um, home improvement, however you call that shit. He got them kind of skills. And there's a young lady or a young woman, and she's smart as a whip. This dude, with all his equipment and all his certifications and all his licenses, could not close a deal. But this young woman could knock on the door, present it super professionally, and gain client trust. So together, out of nowhere, him doing side jobs becomes uh, a major construction business, masonry, pouring driveways, shit like that. We got to understand you need somebody to help
Yep.
you, and you cannot be afraid for that person to look like you. No matter
Yep.
what's been said, if you working at a certain level, you gonna know the shady ones anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you
Yep.
always need people to move to the next level. Your business is only as good as your reach, is what I'm saying. So if you have some type of business like that where you are unseen, like people got an image of you, understand that you build that image and you walk that image because that's what will get you through. If I call you to cut my grass, or I ain't gonna say that. If I call you to build an addition or renovate my bathroom, you have a certain look that you have to have before I'm gonna believe in you. And it's not necessarily a uniform, but if it's not a uniform, then it got to be hella personality.
And
You got to
technically, your
believe in it.
personality is your uniform.
It
You
is.
wear that more than anything else.
So it don't matter that you can do something that 100 other people do. Like Misbehaving said, is what you gonna bring to it. It's what part of this is gonna be how you put your stamp on it. I feel like that was dope. That was a jewel. Got some jewels from everybody. I think it's a good place to start trying to close out. I'm feeling pretty good after 3 shots of wild turkey and a left hand. So what closing thoughts do you have if you want to plug your business again, if you want to let people know how to reach you? Let the people know what's going on, Misbehaving.
Definitely. I can be reached. You flash the website www.prbymissb.com.
For
I am
sure.
available for one-on-one consultations. Any questions you would have about pure romance, please feel free to contact me. On top of that, any questions that you would want to have about starting your own business, even down to taxes, how to get the proper paperwork in order, please, by all means, contact me. The number is the same. Um, and I'm available to talk to you at any time. That is not a problem. Each one, reach one, teach one. That's it.
Oh, that shit. That shit's so simple. I like how you put that. What's going on, Carolina? What you got to say to the people?
I know a lot of people put pride into saying I did it by myself. You ain't never do it by yourself. I said that many
Never.
times. You never
It's
do it by
almost
yourself.
impossible.
It's damn near you would have to know nobody in life. I don't care
You're a
if it,
superhero.
yeah, I don't care if it's down to your damn mailman that deliver your check. Like you can't do it by yourself. So
Mm-mm.
taking pride in saying I did it by myself, it's only to a certain extent. Just take pride in yourself. That's it. Don't nobody need to know. Just take pride in yourself, have pride in yourself, and respect others, man.
Man, everybody talking good tonight, man. I'm feeling pretty good. What I would say is, I'm gonna keep it short too. Make it a point to do some business with somebody that look like you, or your cousin, or your auntie, or your grandma, or your uncle. Make it a point to do something with someone's business that looks like you. And I don't mean somebody that works for another corporation. I mean somebody that's going to put that money back into their pocket and put that money back into their business. That's
Or
all I
put it,
got, man.
or put,
Oh, and
put
can
it.
I add this? Wait, can I add this real quick? Because this is a key. When you do business, especially small businesses, people that may look like you, people, please stop looking for discounts. Stop looking for handouts. That is something that actually bothers me. If you can stand in line for 40, 50, 11 hours to pay $180 to Nike at cheap for a pair of shoes, for a big corporation that has hundreds of employees and sweatshops over in China, we ain't gonna go there though. Then what is the difference with paying full price for small business services that's helping them keep a roof over their head, take care of their family, pay their bills, put food in their mouth?
Unless they selling 2 fucking hot dogs and a
I
bag
was
of
Okay,
just
now if
about to
you
chips
say,
for
selling two hot
15 fucking
dogs,
dollars.
cause they know good and well they know good and well they paid for some food stamps from somebody and got them things on that card from Sam's Club and it only factors out the 25 cents.
Don't
Now I understand everybody need a profit margin. Don't get me wrong. I understand we need our
no, but
profit margins.
no, but that might be another episode to
Yeah.
understand the profit margin. Now, there's a
nah,
difference
man.
between going over. I understand if you double your money if it makes sense, but some people trying to double their money and it don't make sense. The quality is piss poor. You got to understand also. Nike may charge you $200 for them shoes, but it's a certain
You know
quality
what you
you
getting.
expect. Yeah, you know what you get. Some people are charging the $15 for 2 hot dogs and a bag of chips, and you got these chicken hot dogs and not beef hot dogs, and you
And
cooking
I
them.
see your overhead.
Yeah,
I know how much a goddamn propane tank costs. I know how much charcoal costs. I know how much them funky ass hot dogs cost. Let your business match what you're trying to do. Let your expectations match your business.
That part.
And customer service, even if it's just you, customer service is very
Hey
important.
man,
Yes.
look, I'm about to blank on y'all because see, we was good. We was motivating people, and now we talking about people.
No,
We ain't. No, we're not talking about people. We
customer
ain't
service
talking
is
about
very
people.
important. Customer service is very important. I don't care if you're in a
No,
business
It's
solo.
all
not.
those things are
But
great
that goes.
tools.
That's key to having a business is your customer service because you're not selling. You got to understand, especially when you're selling a product or selling a service, you're not selling that service. You're selling yourself.
Yeah.
People don't come back for what you sell because they can get that anywhere else. They come back for you.
Yeah.
Okay, man, look,
Okay.
we out of here.
Um,
It's the Humpday Happy Hour edition of the Bottom podcast. Thank you, Misbehaving. Check
you're
out Pure
welcome.
Romance, PR by MSB.com. You see it down at the bottom. Me and Carolina Dirt, we out here too. Y'all be safe and have a good night, man. Thank y'all.